And we are live. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever it is you are in the world. Welcome to another edition of The Living World of Darkness. Rage across New York. The scene starts around the noon hours of the beautiful New York City day in the umbrelscape of the Sept of the Green. A place that has been alive with chatter and various other things over the past 24 hours. A few things that people thought they may never seen, like a water elemental fighting a storm crow, was probably not in the cards for what most people thought they'd see. Callie, on the other hand, who likely was impressed but not caught up in what happened last night, as she wasn't too close to it, has other things to do. One of those things is continuing to expand the arsenal of arrows that she has. Talon arrows, in fact. After creating air arrows and bane arrows, she found the joy of making talons to be quite rewarding. And after yesterday's stasis arrows, she thought maybe she could take it a step further. And so she currently walks around the Sept until she finds a sunny spot and begins to lay down various trinkets and baubles in a circle, sitting in the center, and begins to meditate. And she'll be using Rite of Summoning at a difficulty 5 to summon a Jagling of Helios. And as such, we'll be rolling her wits and rituals at a difficulty of 5. And we'll spend a willpower point on it. One, two, three, 4, 5 successes.
Excellent. So with 5 successes, the spirit does not only come immediately as a ray of sunlight shines upon Vigilant Bolt's face. The small fires of heaven seems to gather in front of the circling trinkets, burning the trinkets and taking their ashes into it. As the fire spirit, the sun spirit, stands before Callie. It doesn't have eyes, it doesn't have a face, it only has features. It looks at her and says, "Greetings, child of Pegasus."
Greetings to you as well.
What is it that you have summoned me for?
Well, it's not uncommon for Garu to seek out the spirits that they revere when they wish to make talons or fetishes or anything of that ilk. It is my hope that I can begin to obtain a working relationship with your brood, Helios's brood, and hopefully at some point work my way up to where I am in the good graces of Katonka Sonic himself.
You wish to meet the great lord of the sun.
When I'm worthy of it.
In his eyes, few are.
Which is why I know I have a very formidable task ahead of me. But every moment of change starts off as a pebble dropped in a pond, and the waves ripple outward and grow bigger. And this is where I wish to drop my pebble. With you and your kind.
With the sun's brood. Smart.
She pulls a quiver of off her back and sets it down and pulls out the bundles of Bane arrows, air arrows, and the much smaller number of stasis arrows that she sets forth. The air arrows have wooden shafts with stone heads. The obsidian-headed Bane arrows are unmistakable. And the steel-tipped arrows of stasis all sit there. These are talons that I have made with the help of spirits from the nearby Umbra. These patrons of air I have vested in a contest of skill with a bow. These Bane arrows were done much the same way, and these stasis arrows were made from pattern spiders that willingly agreed to help in concert in the spirit of how the Triet used to be. I would like to make arrows that harness the power of your brood.
And you have spoken with the tribe of Utina.
Not specifically, no.
So this idea came up to you?
I've heard the use of many arrows in various different methods. I have seen the Warden's hammer and how its elemental fury is impressive. I'm hoping that I can do the same with my bows.
You wish to make arrows and bows of the sun?
Arrows for now. I am still learning about fetish making.
And as all things must go, if you want something, what will you give?
Well, I have been dealing with spirits long enough to know that Chimage has to be paid. And as a show of good faith with no obligation, she offers up her hand and forms a Chimage of a single Gnosis point.
The Sun Spirit will look at it, take the Gnosis, look again. Oh. Take a look at how many arrows did you put in front of him?
24. I lost my little note, but I know they were both there. The Bane arrows and the air arrows were both down in the 20s. So I'm going to say 25.
Okay. Okay, so there are 25 normal arrows in front.
50 arrows in front of him that are normal, and then the stasis arrows off to the side, there's only 8 of. The Bane and air arrows number around 50 each. Well, sorry, collectively.
The Sun Spirit will look and say, I have a task for you, child of Pegasus. In return for this, I will ask you to perform a rite honoring the sun.
I know only a handful of rites, but if you're willing to teach it to me, I will.
This rite is not a great rite. It is a rite of honor, worship. It is easily learned amongst the Garou. When you fulfill this, I will bless your arrows with the might of the sun.
Callie nods. I can do this. Says with a bit of trepidation as she is a bit, well, she's no theurge, so rights are not something she is entirely comfortable in her skill. But she's willing to learn the rite. I'm guessing greet the sun?
Yep. What you have learned, and when you have worshipped the sun for a week, I will come back, and I will infuse your arrows.
Very well.
And the sun spirit, the fires of it will start to drop down a bit, marking about 15, 12 arrows with a little sigil of the sun. This is my promise. You hold yours. You will have what you want.
I am truly honored that you're willing to take on Child of Pegasus as, I suppose, a supplicant.
Olgaru will use the spirits to fight the corrupted version of the Triad. All spirits are not reasonable. Spirits are not reasonable. Yet spirits are wise. Some of them see, some of them don't. This is my advice. And with that, the sun spirit's going to start burning away into the sunlight again.
Kelly decides that she needs to get up and seek out chases the storm.
You want the big old Fianna?
Big fuck off Fianna, yeah.
Alright then. Chases Storm is currently speaking with a few spirits. There seem to be a few spirits of dreams among them. If you have spirit speech, he's saying among the lines of, I want no nightmares to occur in this sept. I will offer Chimnich of 6 noses, and he'll manifest 6 noses as payment, and the Chimberlings start to disappear.
Kelly walks forward, arms sort of clasped behind her back as she looks at the large lupine theurge. Chases Raya.
Yes. Vigilant Bolt.
It's been several weeks since I last came to your tutelage to learn rites.
Which rite?
Believe the last one you helped me learn was Rite of Summoning.
Summoning. Good rite.
And I used it today.
How did it go?
She'll pull out one of the arrows with the promissory mark on it.
Sun.
The Jagling has requested that if I am to take on this task, if they are to bless my arrows and make them into sun arrows, I am to learn a rite showing reverence to the sun.
Such rite is called Creepum Sun. It is a minor rite, easy to learn.
I would appreciate if you could help me learn it.
Yes.
And Kelly will sit down and look up intently at her wise and large sensei.
And with a little bit of a teaching study session, and lore talking about spirits and stuff. Tonkasanaka praise the sun. I think this is a good place to end our scene.
Thank you all for watching.